All right. Hey there, team. My answer files. How are you guys doing? Joe here. Uh, I thought I would just record what I'm about to do because this is something that I've been planning on doing this since like the beginning of the year, and as par for the course, it is now basically September, and I'm just now getting around to it. 9 months behind, no big deal. But I wanted to record it for you guys because this does impact you. It has a little bit something to do with you, and it involves many of you. So, long story short, this background that I've got going on right here, this whole cubby thing, has been pretty static, has not changed pretty much all year. And it really, I think I even did a post about it toward the beginning of the year saying that I was going to change all this, and I'm just now getting around to it. So, apologies to those of you who this affects, but in case you don't know exactly what the situation is here, which I'm sure you don't, basically these four cubbies right down the middle here are, I call them my answer file cubbies. They're for you. All the items in these four cubbies right here represent members of the Patreon squad in one way or another. The ones over here on, I guess that would be your left side, those are these are what I call the super answer files. These are people who, I think when I first set this whole thing up, it was more like $250, people who had donated cumulatively up to $250. I was giving them full, like little totems, totems, little icons, these little things. And everybody over here on your right, these were the $20 and up Patreons, which I guess is what, the planet level, the $20 level. Around the beginning of the year, I chose to kind of undo this, the $20 thing, for a couple of reasons. One, I mean, it's a good problem to have, and I'm so thankful to have this problem. But there's so many now that they all just kind of blend together. Like you can't really even make out anything other than Ass Man over here, and that's mostly for a joke, I guess. But that's one thing. And for another thing, there's so much volatility and so much turnaround on Patreon. People leaving, people joining. The dog has heard me talking, has decided to come join. Hello, buddy. Let's come make a lot of noise. There's so many people coming and going on Patreon that the reason why I chose to kind of get rid of this is because I just couldn't keep up with it. I would have to be constantly not only finding these icons, but I'm cutting them out and I'm buying stands and I'm putting them up. It was this whole thing that it wasn't sustainable. I didn't have the ability to keep up with it. So what's kind of bothering me right now is that like probably half of these things up here are for people who are no longer actually supporting the channel. And there's so many of you that are supporting the channel that aren't being displayed up here. So what I did at the beginning of the year was the idea was I was going to get rid of this. I mean, seriously, I was going to do this a very long time ago. But I was going to get rid of this for the $20 people, but you would still have your name in the credits at the end of the video. So you would still have your name up there. It's just I was going to get rid of this because seriously, I don't think you can really even discern what these things are anyway. And it's just a tiny bit out of focus. So anyway, what I opted to do was only put super answer files throughout all four of these cubbies. It's still going to probably look pretty cluttered, but at least it's not going to be it's not just going to be like a sea of stands and you don't even know what it is. So I feel bad if you're up here and you don't want to have yours taken away. But I will say this, if your stand is up here right now and you want it, get in touch with me, send me a message on Patreon. I will mail it to you. And I'll sign it and I'll include a nice letter and everything so you can actually have it. But also the super answer file level, again, good problem to have, but because there were so many, I actually had to bump it up to 500 cumulatively. Now there is a level above 100 where you get an actual stand up there. So anybody that's over $100, and there's a few, get their actual stand up there. So they may not have contributed cumulatively to up to 500, but I will say this, I do count loyalty. So if you go up to the $500 level and you become a super answer file, your thing stays up here forever. In fact, some of these guys over here are no longer supporting the channel, but I'm keeping them. If you support at the $100 plus level and you don't quite get to 500 and you decide to stop, that's perfectly fine, of course, but I'll take the thing down because that was what you were kind of paying for. So that kind of explains everything. That's kind of why I was doing this. So I'm going to remove all these stands. Again, if one of these stands is yours, these little stand-up things, and you want it, let me know. I will absolutely mail it to you, and hopefully that will make up for it. So, so I'm going to remove these stands, and then I'm going to replace those stands with new stuff. And I'm going to give big shout-outs to the people the new super answer files that are going to be up there. Some of these I'm pretty excited about, and yeah, so let me do that, and I will be right back with you. Literally have not dusted in any of those for like better part of a year, and it shows. All right, the first bad boy that's going to go up here is I think I'm saying your name right. Apologies if I mess this up. But Michael Kozlerick. He's been supporting for a while at a very high level, so I'm happy to do this. I believe I reached out to you, Michael, and you said something about Doctor Who, that you're a fan of Doctor Who, so I got you a TARDIS. And I'm probably breaking some rules by actually opening the packages on these things. Some of these are probably collector's items. But for you guys, man, I'll do anything, man. There we go. All right, so this is actually like a 20Q thing. There's like buttons back here. Does this even work? I guess it needs batteries. But anyway, I will display it like this because that's the way it goes. TARDIS. Thank you, Michael. This one I'm actually pretty excited about this one. So Andre Wetzel has had Wetzel's Pretzels up as a $20 supporter for a very long time, and he has surpassed the super answer file category. And I decided to move. I thought, could I get a giant pretzel and put it up there? And I thought, no. I'm going to go with the Andre part of his name and put up little Andre the Giant. This one also comes with a little $1 Million Man for some reason, but I liked Andre. He looks big and mean. Andre the Giant. There was a great documentary on Andre the Giant. I think it was on HBO. He was actually a super fascinating guy and kind of a tragic figure when it all came down to it, but dude knew how to drink. Faux show. Let's see if I can put him up here and have him actually stand. Will he actually stay up there? Works for me. All right, so Phil, who only goes by Phil, I really don't know his last name, I emailed or I messaged Phil and I said, hey, if you don't have anything specific that you want on there, I'm just going to get a groundhog like Punxsutawney Phil from Groundhog Day. And he did get back to me, but by that point I had already bought this guy. But Phil, if you really, he did get back to me and he said that his college mascot was the Mountaineers. So Phil, if you really want a Mountaineer, I will find you a Mountaineer. But for now, I've got this guy. It can be replaced though if you just hate it. By the way, I'm gonna have to rearrange all of this once I'm done because I don't know exactly how all these are gonna fit. Okay, so this next one is for a buddy of mine named Tom Mills, who's been actually supporting this channel on Patreon since I first launched it, and he totally didn't have to, but he did. I hang out with Tom on Skype Wednesday nights, we've got this little meetup group, and he's been a good friend for a really long time, and I want to support him. He actually has this this product that he's selling on Amazon that is called the Rocket King, and it's actually like a little flat pack stove that you can use to cook with and burn wood and whatnot. Anyway, so he built this thing. He had it manufactured. It is being sold on Amazon, and to support him, since he has been supporting me, I'm going to put this up there. So that's the Rocket King. That's from my buddy Tom. And actually, Tom has been represented by Mork all this time. So I will remove Mork, which I had this when I was a kid. This is literally one of my toys when I was growing up. But Mork is gone. Long live the Rocket King. Might get rearranged. All right, so this next one is a new answer file. He is actually supporting at the, I guess, galaxy level, which does basically give you a cubby. That's the idea. But he asked just simply for me to put his book up there. And so this is, I'm sure I'm murdering your name here, but Kishore Tiperneni? It's a little book called New Eden. And I have not read this book yet. I've been cranking out videos, but he sent me a copy and asked me to put it up on the shelf. So here it goes. Maybe I can position it so it's not so shiny. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, so this one I'm actually really excited about. This is for Ilya Rasta. Now, you have actually been considered a super answer file for quite some time, but you've just had your stand over here on this side with all the others. And the reason was because I don't know what this little logo is, but it's your little icon for Patreon. And when I asked you what you wanted printed for this thing, you said just do the icon. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is from. I don't know if this is a specific cartoon character or something, or if this is something you drew, but I wanted to actually get a 3D head printed of this. And a guy named Michael, a local guy here in Fort Worth, has a company called 3D Print Everything. So he contacted me and was asking if he could help me with anything. I was like, you know what, there's actually this. And I told him about the Ilya Rasta head, and this is what he came back with. Check that out. Isn't that cool? So Ilya, finally, you should have had this a very long time ago, but here you go. This is your head. And actually, Ilya, if you want, for whatever reason, he actually made 2 of them. So if you want this yourself, let me know. I will ship it to you. It is yours. I thought that was really cool. All right, so the next one is for Terry Bowdler, who has actually been supporting this channel at the absolute highest level. And I'm just absolutely blown away that he's doing it. But I reached out to Terry and I didn't hear anything back, so I'm going to be honest, I did a little bit of snooping. I got a little bit nosy and I looked around and I found a profile for his company that he works at, and it said something about him enjoying riding in off-road motorcycles. So I got an off-road motorcycle, a little Honda, for Terry. Trying to open these things without breaking it. Alright, that's kind of cool. Little motorcycle. I like it. Oh, it's got a chain back here, but it doesn't spin. I thought maybe that was going to be extra cool. Alright, the next one up is for Will Michaelis? Whichever way that goes. Okay, so I reached out to you. You suggested anything Deadpool related. I got this. It's way smaller than I thought it would be, but I thought it was kind of cool. It's a little bitty Deadpool, like reading the paper. It's sitting on. Oh my God, that's so small. That's so much smaller than I thought it'd be. If it's just way too small, let me know. I'll find something else. that it goes like there. He's just kind of sitting. Oh, a Deadpool is down. If that's just ridiculously too small, let me know. I'll get a different one. I really didn't think it'd be that small. All right, and last but not least for today anyway is Chris Modisett. And Chris, I didn't actually have anything specifically for you in terms of something that you were interested in. I think I emailed you and I didn't hear anything back, but I do have this. So if you're okay, I wanted to put this up there anyway. I actually got this from ULA after I did my ULA video a while back. They sent me a little model Vulcan rocket, which has not taken flight yet, but it's supposed to in the next couple of years. It's going to be their new big thing. So this is a Vulcan Centaur ULA model. So this is directly from ULA. So I hope you like that. And if not, let me know, and I'll find something that's more befitting of you. Yeah, I'm going to have to like spread these out or something. It's like really thick over there and really small over there, but I'll figure that out. A little bit of rearranging after I'm done with this. Okay, so that's it. Congratulations to the new Super Answer files. Once again, if you had a stand up here and you want it, just let me know. I will happily ship it to you. And I hope it's okay because you still have your name in the credits, so you're still a part of the whole thing. You're still getting recognized, and I hope that's good for you. I also wanted to just kind of let you know that I do want to reward loyalty for people who have been, like, I've been doing this since like 2016 now on Patreon, so there's some people who have been supporting this whole time, but I know that they can't support at the level that would accumulate to $500, and that's perfectly fine. I don't want it to be just about how much money is given, because, you know, some people just can't. So I am considering something for people who have been supporting for, so let's just say 2 years. Regardless of how much money that might have accrued to. So it might be a free t-shirt, it might be something else. I am open to suggestions, but I just wanted to let you know that I am thinking about that. That is something that I want to do because you guys have been so supportive of this whole thing, and it's gotten to this crazy place, and I couldn't do it without you. I literally couldn't. I now have a team going on. I don't know how much I might have talked about this to you guys before in live streams and whatnot, but right now I'm doing like a 3-month experiment, so I've got 3 writers that are helping me to research and write these scripts, and it's helping out quite a bit. It actually freed up enough time for me to finally do this, which I've been meaning to do all year, and all of that is being paid for with Patreon money. I decided several months ago, and I think I made an announcement about this, that like from this point forward, just so you know, I'm making enough from AdSense and from sponsorships and everything else that I can 100% take Patreon money and use it to build a team. So that's what you guys are paying for, and that I think is the best way to help grow the channel. So just in case you didn't know, that is like the fact that I have a team that is smoothing things out, and it's making it possible for me to look into doing some bigger projects, which I've got some really cool stuff on the way, or at least I'm working on some really cool stuff that should be coming soon. The only reason I'm able to do that is because you guys are supporting and helping me to build the team around this, so every bit helps. I appreciate every last one of you. So for those of you who are up here, congratulations and thank you. If you're not up here, thank you as well. And like I said, I'll find some kind of thing for longevity, regardless of dollar amount, because that does matter to me quite a bit. So that's it. I just wanted to share this. I'm going to have to rearrange and clean up and do a little bit on here. And thanks, guys. I will catch up soon. Thanks.